Hi, it's Dr. Allen, and now that more people are starting to blog and they got their login ID and password, I want to give you a quick tip about best practices so you get people to read part of your blog rather than just delete it. And worst case, if it's done wrong, you'll get a lot of people opting out of your system entirely. So I think this is kind of important, and it's very simple. I'll make it short. What we're looking at right now, of course, is the email that you received. This is the one that I received. It says you'll need the following information to access your blog. Keep this in a safe place: the blogger username, the link to be able to go to it, and of course the password. Everyone's unique. Mine is not yours. Yours is not mine. Once you go ahead and get this, the next step is you're going to go to a page that you will put in your username and the password and log in. Once you log in, here's what you're going to see. This is what the page should look like. And what you're going to do very, very simply is come over here to where it says New Post. Click on that link and it opens up a new post. Now, I'm going to point this out to you very, very quickly, but down on the right is where you're going to select blog. You must choose a template before you could send out your blog. I'm going to call this one, just for the sake of our course today, Best Blog Practices. Now I'm going to send out 2 of these. So I'm actually going to take something from one of a person who already sent out a blog, not to pick on anybody, but I want to show you the difference. And the reason is that the content in this person's blog is excellent, but the presentation is not good. It's like a restaurant. Even if the food's great, if the presentation's not right, it doesn't have the same effect. So I'm going to paste in here very, very quickly exactly what that person created, that they sent out in their blog. And in all actuality, I'm even going to send it out. So whenever you send out your blog, remember we started with new post. You put a title in, you put in your content right here. If you're going to enter a video, a YouTube video, of course, you'll just come here and paste in the link from YouTube, which will automatically load that. And you can see this, I believe it's in Workshop 4. In the meantime, this is what they pasted in. And as I said, the content's excellent. Now, always come to categories when you're choosing your blog to send out. And you want to check off the ones that would apply to you. And usually they have your name, chiropractic, health news, or metabolic typing, health news, whatever yours is. And so you choose the category that's going to go out. Make sure, once again, you choose a template. And then I'm going to save the draft. Right up here, you got to save it before you send it. Okay, and you can actually preview it if you want. And here's the blog. It's a fairly long blog. We'll go back to that in a second. I just wanted you to see that. And now I'm actually going to publish it. So this is a sample blog. I want to show you the difference. Then we're going to do it a different way. So once I click on publish, it's going to publish it. It takes a minute. Good. Now it's done. And now I'm going to wait for that to come to me, that email to come. In the meantime, I'm going to click on, I'm going to do the same thing but different. Click on New Post. We're going to call it Best Blog Practices 2. We're going to paste in the exact same content just as we did before. And you know, over here you could grab this corner and stretch this baby out a little bit so you can see more. We're going to go ahead and we're going to click the categories. We're going to choose blog just as we did before. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, instead of putting the whole body in, I'm going to say the body is a self-regulating. But here is what is scary. The masses do not understand the simple foundation of our bodies tend to break down or start to function to less than 100%. And we just accept the fact that it's supposed to happen. And when this is supposed to happen, now I am going to put a space here, just like you see. And I'm going to click on this little icon here, which is the Insert More tag. Okay? You'll see that if you hold your mouse over that. I'm going to click on that. Okay, and now I inserted a More tag. And I'm going to now, everything else I'm going to leave the same, but I'm going to now save the draft, just like we did before. And I'm going to publish it, just as we did before. So this will be Best Blog Practices 2. Okay, so what you're looking at here is the email I got from our first blog post. This is what your database, everyone in your database gets. Here's the first one without the More tag. The entire message, the entire blog is in one column. I am going to tell you right now that your people are not going to read this. They're going to look at the length of this and they are going to say, no way do I have time to read this. So you are going to either get an automatic delete or you're going to get an automatic unsubscribe, because they're going to say, if they're going to send me stuff that requires this much reading, I got news for you. I don't want to read it. And they will unsubscribe and they will be gone. Now, of course, some people unsubscribe anyway, and we are wave goodbye out the door, because some people unsubscribe if you just say hello. So that's the one from the first one I sent out. Now let's look at number 2. Okay, when you put the More tag in, this is what they get. Do you see the difference? This is really amazing. So this says a special note from Health News Podcast. That's only because the sample I made up, it would have your name as the doctor, of course. Now it says the body is a self-regulating, self-maintaining organism that is in complete control of the master control, the nerve system. If the nerve system is interfered with, the body's ability to regulate and maintain, well, pretty simple, does not occur efficiently. It's as simple as that. But here's what is scary. The masses do not understand the simple foundation of our bodies tend to break down or start to function to less than 100%. And we just accept the fact that it's supposed to happen. And when this supposed to happen, now they're hanging on. Now they want to know what else there is. So they now have a choice, more or more. They'll click on the More button, let's say. Watch what happens. It takes them to your website to read the entire message. So all of a sudden, now they're on your website. They have a choice of going there. You've given them the pitch, the carrot, so to speak, to entice them to be able to go to your site to read it. But and then of course they can come here and share it. But the point is, I want to make very clear is this. When you do it correctly with a More tag, even if they don't go to your website, they already got notification of your name, a special note from you. Your picture is going to be right here. And if you use the right opening paragraph, it doesn't even matter if they go. They get the point. So this is best practices for blogging. Make sure you use it. It's much, much better. If you put a video in there, in the blog, and you use the More button, when it takes them to your site, the video will be embedded there for them to watch it. So don't send them long copy in the email. They'll never read it, or most people won't read it. If you're going to blog, and I think that's great that you do, and you could blog anything, audio, video, text, whatever you want, use best practices. Your database will love you for it. You'll get a much better response. It'll have a lot more meaning. This is Dr. Allen with a tip to help you with your blogging. You could learn more about the blogging right inside our workshops at healthnewspodcast.com/workshops.html, and that's workshops with a capital W.